loud. Blood, sweat, pain, in the ring we rage. Fist find barbed wire steel cage.
Hey guys, and welcome to the newest episode of DCW here on YouTube. I am your host once again, Mike Burke, and we have a great episode here tonight. We are continuing our coverage of May Day, which happened back in May, following our pay-per-view in April, High Heat in the High Desert. You can find it on Triller. So we're going to start off real quick with
biggest thing in professional wrestling.
Andrew SoWell and his claims to be the biggest thing in pro wrestling.
I've beaten everyone that there is to beat here in DCW.
He's not wrong.
Correct. I have beaten a child. He deserved it. Moving on. I've beaten. She also deserved it. I have
Good
beaten
Lord.
the likes of Josh Glade. I'm not hearing a problem with any of that. I beat Josh Glade. I've beaten Manny Lemons, the guy you all like. I've beaten him single-handedly.
Also true.
I've done everything there is to do in DCW. So, with that being said,
yo, LJ, it's time. Trez. We are officially.
Oh, looks like LJ Cross and Trez are coming out to rebuttal, so
Please welcome, accompanied by LJ Cross, he is Trez.
both LJ Cross and Trez are actually refs who are training to be wrestlers as well. They've had some history with Andrew SoWell, recently having a handicap match with them a few episodes ago.
All right. Hold up. Whoa. So, came out here, once again, like every other night I'm out here, disrespecting the fans, talking a whole lot of crap, talking a whole lot of lies, of course.
So far, he's not lying.
I was listening to you back there, listening to what was going on, and you said you are the biggest star of DCW. Hold on. So I agree with him. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he is the biggest star. Hold on. Biggest star of DCW.
So would say that's body shaming.
He came out here and he said that he's beat everybody. He's beat. Can't do it. There you go. So he's beat everybody. But wait a second.
He hasn't beat you, Trez.
Yeah. In an official match, you have yet to beat myself and my boy, LJ Cross here.
That's also accurate.
So with that being said, my back's kind of hurt tonight. My knees kind of hurt tonight. So,
It's a fair fight.
do you guys think you can beat me? No! You think you can beat me so well? What do you say? Big boy? What do you say?
You're gonna run him over.
I will not stand for body shaming. So yes, I will fight you here or there. I will fight you anywhere, dum-dum.
Well, it looks like we're going to get ourselves a match. Starting right now, Andrew SoWell versus LJ Cross. This should be a entertaining, at least, match. Andrew having some words with some of the children on the outside. And here we go. Let's see what we've got here. Andrew has definitely got the experience and size on Trez. But Trez is surprisingly agile for his size. A good lock up there. SoWell taking a headlock and wrenching on the nose. Ref Toby's hand doesn't see it, but he feels like there's something going on. Continues to wrench on that head, trying to squeeze him like a pop. Oh, Cross is starting to work him back to the rope. Continuing to work him back. Shoots him off. Oh, and SoWell using that body-shamed size to knock Trez down. Goes for a drop down. Goes towards the big line, misses the line. Goes, oh, gives it a hip toss. Nice little arm drag there. And oh my gosh, he picks him up for a big old body slam and puts him down. Trez is not goofing around tonight. Goes for the pin. That was a quick 2 count. The fans getting behind Trez here. Shot to the gut in the corner. Another big shot to the gut. Ref trying to tell him to keep him out of the corner. Another shot to the corner. Trez trying to pull him out, but SoWell's not having it. Oh. SoWell using the ref distraction to give Cross a nice, Trez a nice shot to the face. Grabbing him by the hair. Bringing him around. Shoot off. Big old line from Andrew SoWell. Yelling at that kid some more. Goes for a pin. Another 2 count right there. Andrew SoWell does have one of the meanest clotheslines in DCW. I'm actually surprised Trez survived going all the way through it just off that one clothesline. Shot right to the rib right there, putting him down for a split second. Oh, another shot to the gut right there. And a big uppercut right to the jaw. Oh, another shot. SoWell trying to get those views. He is the most viewed DCW star with over 25 million views. Goes to chokes in the corner. Go for that choke. Tony coming over to admonish him. Big shot to the gut. Shoots him off. Goes to another clothesline. Oh, he ducks it this time. Oh, but eats a back elbow instead. Andrew SoWell lured him in with that experience, making him seem like he threw himself off balance, but came in with a big old fierce back elbow right to Trez's jaw. That's a knockout blow for anybody else. Now he's choking him on the ground. Trez working up, trying to get a breather, trying to get away for a second. Works over to the corner. Tony admonishing him again for that choke. SoWell's over here now, mouthing off to LJ Cross, the child he supposedly beat earlier. Oh, Trez going for that big, moving out of the way of that big splash. Goes for a hip toss, arm drag. Picks him up. Going for a big suplex. Can he get him up? He does! Flips him over. Goes to the pin. Oh, he kicked out. I thought that might have been it. I thought Trez has that. Trez picking SoWell up. Looks like he's going to go for another suplex. Nope, looks like possibly a DDT. Nope. SoWell gets out of it. Goes for his finish. The politic agenda. Trez is right there. Trying to get him around. Ducks the line. Trez gets off. Oh, SoWell trying to hit him with another back elbow, but Trez ducks out of the way. It goes for a pin, using that momentum from the back elbow to get him over. A shocking win right there. Trez gets the big win.
Officially over this.
Oh yeah, make some noise, UCW-Zero.
Trez, again, your winner. And welcome back, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is for the Utah State Television Championship and is a scientific street fight. The challenger standing to my right, accompanied by his lab assistant Sakar. He is from the world of logic and reason, weighing 99.79 kilograms. He is Dr. Theodore And standing to my left, weighing 225 pounds of man meat, from Logan, Utah, he is the alpha male, Dan the Man.
Both Dr. Theodore talks and Dan.
Once again, this match is for the Utah State Television Championship and is your main event.
As I was saying, Dr. Theodore talks and Dan have been going back and forth on this Utah State television title, so much so that it has led down to this scientific street fight. Now, for those who don't know, a scientific street fight is very similar to a traditional street fight, except for you will find a lot more scientific instruments involved. I also apologize. The heat in this room became so bad, we had to bring in some fans, and so you do hear the fans in the background. I apologize about the sound. They go for a big lockup. Surprisingly, I thought they'd go right for beating each other. They felt it was so much pain between the two of them, so much. Tox goes for the arm wringer. Trying to work him around. Or also known as the wrist. Dan reverses it out, goes to an arm wringer of his own. Thank you, Dan, for clarifying. Works back around, it goes for a hammerlock. Shoulder for everybody. Dan trying to reach around for that. Oh, but in the process, gives up his head to Tox. Now we're back to a hammerlock, or excuse me, a headlock.
Focusing on the tricep of the mandible.
He's hurting his jaw. Got shots to the gut. Dan works it back to the corner. Goes for a big old clothesline in the corner. Tox moves out of the way. Comes in for the big splash. Snapmare. Goes for a blockbuster. Cervical vertebrae, by the way, is the neck joint, the neck bone, or the bones in your neck. Crowd firmly behind the good doctor. Dan pulling out some yardsticks here. Well, being the scientific street fight, they're probably more meter sticks, but Tox ended up getting it out. Oh, big shot across the back. Going up to double the experiment is Tox. Dan blocking with his own stick. Blocking again, breaking one of the sticks of Tox's. Oh, I guess they are yardsticks. Big shot to the back from Dan on that yardstick. Shot to the gut, shot to the gut, shot to the gut again. Dan is fencing over here and takes a big shot to the head. Tox breaking one of those yardsticks over his head. But kicks out a quick 2. As the good doctor is known to have, has a textbook with him. Oh, a big thick textbook across the back. If you ever dropped a book at school, you know how heavy those are.
And beat knowledge into you!
Good shot to the gut.
For biochemistry!
Across the back of the head right there. Dan may be out. For all the children watching this at home, please do not go to your local library or your school library and start beating your friends with the book. That is a perfectly good waste of a book.
Come on, man, do something!
Dan reaching for the book as well. Maybe he's trying to learn a little. Toxie going up. Get ready to come down with a double R. Oh, takes a shot to the gut from the book. And another shot to his back. Placing a book in hand. Oh. Dan stomped him so hard, there may be some print on his hand now. Oh, across the back again with that book.
One more time! One more time!
Shot to the gut one in the corner. Shoulder in the corner, just driving him into that turnbuckle. Bending him across that shoulder. Going right to the damaging of the ribs right there. Dan, again, aiming right for those ribs. And again, big shot to the head. Going after Tox's strongest part, his brain. And again, right to the head.
Evil scientist!
Shot to the gut. Big shot to the gut again. Continuing to walk him around. Big shot to the head. And again with another shot to the head. And repeated shots down to the guts. And again. And again. Tox is down in the corner. And Dan just repeating those shots to the stomach and chest area. Trying to damage those ribs. Tox gets up, but he doesn't have a whole lot of energy. A lot of that damage has been done. Tox just out on his feet practically. We have a stapler and a kick me sign. Is Dan going to do what I think he's going to do? Going to staple on top of the forehead. Oh, Tox gets out of the way. And now Tox staples that kick me sign to the back of Dan. So much pain, so many staples. Oh, the staples stayed, but the paper did not. I think Dan's oily hair was just too much and wetted the sign down. Talks you over for that pin. Quick kick out of 2. Talks picking Dan up. Shoots him off into the corner. Comes in for the big splash, but gets posted out. Dan comes with the big elbow, puts the Toxie down. Talks now on the outside of the ring, but this being a street fight, there is no count out. Dan still suffering all of those staples in his back. Ref Jeremy's trying to help with those staples, picking some out. Slowly picking those staples out of his back. And what is that? Is that a skeleton? A skeleton? What is it? The skeleton specimen that Tox had under the ring? A former lab assistant of Dr. Tox comes in and it gives him a DDT. The skeleton helping out Dan. Now the skeleton going for a pin. And Dan wisely kicks out at 2 because he would have been made so much shudder to lose to a skeleton. Comes out, grabs the skeleton, body slams the skeleton on top of Dan. Breaking off more and more of the skeleton. He has been unhanded, if you will. Picks up Dan. Swings him around. Dan getting hit with the pelvic area right in the face by the skeleton. And now the skeleton has been unarmed. I'm not sure where Tox is planning on sticking that hand, but we may not be able to air that. Oh, a chop across the chest with the hand. Another chop across the chest with the hand. And now he is choking Dan with the arm of that skeleton. Oh, Tox's former lab assistant moves him back, gets him into the corner, clubs him across the back with that forearm. What, the skeleton's forearm. Puts the forearm back on the skeleton. Picks the skeleton up, puts him down, and has a skeleton hurricanrana Dan. This may be the craziest thing I have ever seen in the ring. Dan on the outside. Dr. Tox with a little bit of a laugh there. Tox presses the skeleton on top of Dan. Dan, the man that he is, presses the skeleton again and gets shot in the back for his troubles by a drop kick to the back. Drops the skeleton down. Now they're fighting over the skeleton.
No, he's my lab assistant.
As they continue to fight back and forth as this it broke it like a wishbone, and the skeleton's skull bouncing off of Dan's skull. And Tox getting thrown back, or Tox throwing Dan back in. Comes with a big clothesline. Another clothesline from Dr. Theodore Tox. And the big boots. Goes to the pin. Only a 2 count.
No! Inconceivable! Inconceivable! Vodka! Drink your potion! 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 Potion!
Dr. Talks going for the potion. No, going for his goggles. As Dr. Talks is going to fly. With a big clothesline from the top.
I'm a scientist!
Yes, you are a scientist. Thank you for sharing. Goes to the pin again. Only a 2 count again. Fans calling for that concoction of Dr. Theodore Talks. But the lab assistant gets out.
What kind of
What-
experiment would this be? We got test tubes!
Some glass test tubes. Lays those glass test tubes down. And is about to pile drive. Dan on top of those test tubes. Dan's fighting it off. Dan knows what kind of damage that would do. And speaking of damage, hitting Talks on his lower extremities. Dan attempting to go for the body slam, picks him up, moves him off. Instead, gets him for a sidewalk slam right on those glass test tubes. Talks kicks out at 2. What more can these two do to each other? Dan has another piece of that test tube. And breaks it on top of his head. Dan having pieces of that glass from the test tube stuck in his hand. Talks might be out. I don't know what Tan is doing. Should go for a pin. Talks trying to rouse himself. Lab assistant Sakar trying to get the Dr. Talks to get up. Dan got a couple of chairs out, but still going for more.
Periodic table!
Did he say periodic table? He did say the periodic table of elements.
The table and a periodic door! I'll make that a That's because you're lazy! It's a door!
Okay, Dan.
Dan pulling out a chair and a table / door. But Dan, being the man he is, a man of ingenuity, setting those chairs up to be table legs ostensibly, and putting that door down, that periodic table. I think Dan is planning on putting Dr. Theodore Talks through that table.
Oh, the periodic table! He's gonna go right through it!
Dan taking another beaker, and it literally knocked him loopy. Both men are down. Dan, the first to rouse himself. And finally, Dr. Theodore Talks gets his concoction. But can he drink it? There he goes. As the doctor turns into the Hecko variant of himself, taking all this damage but shrugging it off, excuse me, like it was nothing. Dan recognizing it, going for the belt, going the hit. Talks picks him up, tries to attempt to pick him up. Dan fights it off. Now he picks him up for an inverted drop. Is he going to go for a Russian leg sweep to this table? Dan fighting off that Russian leg sweep. Fighting it off more and more. Picks up Tox with a body slam and puts Tox through the periodic table of elements. Oh, 2 count. Tox at the last second kicks out. Tox able to somehow fight it off, but may have used the last of his concoction energy he was given. Dan putting that belt down, setting Tox up for the Beta Maker. Tox fighting it off, and over he goes with a backdrop. Tox coming up with the dusty elbow. Dan kicking him under, reversing that. Goes to the Beta Maker on the belt. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, and still Utah State Television Champion, Dan the Man.
Dan retaining his belt in this main event for the night. What a great night it was, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this great episode, and we will catch you guys next week for another great episode. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you next week.